Alright, so I'm making scrambled eggs with smoked salmon from Marco's course. And he uses sourdough bread, which I got from a bakery. And I also got a new bread knife because my old one was too dull. And it was a little bit uneven, so I just cut this little chunk off. And to start the scrambled eggs, you need an uncomfortable amount of butter that you put in the pan on low heat. And actually, at the pot to the left, you can see some water that has been boiled. I made a little poached egg and then put it in a ice bath in the fridge. And I save a little bit butter for the scrambled eggs for the very end. And today I'm making a 3-egg omelet, but I'm using large eggs, and I think he uses medium eggs in the video. And this is where I messed up. I went to a bagel place and I asked for smoked salmon, and they actually gave me kippered salmon, which I think is smoked salmon, but it's cooked slightly. It tastes similar to smoked salmon, but it's not as salty, and the flavor is much lighter. And in true hack job meals form, I'm going to be using this instead of actual smoked salmon. And you want to be generous with the amount. After your butter is barely melted, I put in the eggs. And just like Marco, poke the egg yolks and slowly start to stir on low heat for eternity. And I have 30 minutes of stirring footage and I've sped up some of it here, but this is I forgot how excruciating it is to make French scrambled eggs. I think Heston also does a double boiler for this, but Marco just uses a copper pot. I don't have one, but I'm pretty sure he uses it so that when he removes the pot from the stove, all the heat exits the scrambled eggs immediately. And yeah, this took forever, but eventually the egg mixture, the water will start to evaporate, and as there's more fat in the pot, the temperature will slowly start to rise and the curds will form. Unfortunately, my eggs were from like the most Giga Chad chickens, and their egg yolks were huge, so my mixture looks a lot more yellow, and it has a more gel consistency than sort of maybe like a grainy oatmeal consistency that he had, but it was still very good. At the last second, I add a little bit of salt and a little bit of white pepper. And that's pretty much all the seasoning I add. And I turn off the stove and I add a little bit of butter to cool down the mixture. I never buy cream, so this is my substitute. And to the right I have a little bit of sourdough that I toasted in the oven, because I don't really have a dedicated toaster. Give it a taste for salt and white pepper. And I go to put in the poached egg back into boiling water just so it's not cold. And I walk my scrambled eggs over my toast, and I just have the perfect footage here. And this is way too much scrambled eggs for this tiny piece of toast. I should have probably made 2 slices instead of 1. And also, this is truly half-dried meals because I have antagonist energy on camera. I always mess up last second. I actually popped the poached egg, and it slid off. The last few steps, I add a little bit of sea salt, and I don't have young parsley shoots like he does. Like, it's a very beautiful herb, but I just have regular flat leaf parsley, which still works. And I just finished with the salmon and the parsley. And this looks awful, but the taste of it was amazing. I think, of course, it's not gonna be as pretty as if there were 2 pieces of toast and the poached egg was perfect, and I had real smoked salmon instead of kippered smoked salmon, but the taste combination is still the classic eggs and smoked salmon. And although this looks like a mess, I would still say that this is a success. In Marco's words, a recipe is not set in stone. They are guidelines. Unless it's pastry, then it's chemistry. And I think I'm with Anthony Bourdain on scrambled egg preference. I actually like American scrambled eggs over French style scrambled eggs. But if you have just the most buff chicken to produce the biggest yolks, I mean, it turns into like this very gel, like very thick gel texture. Is really good. It feels like I'm just eating egg yolks. But anyways, this is the first episode of the Marco Pierre White BBC Maestro follow-along series. Well, technically not the first one. The first one was the anchovy toast, but that was before I wanted to do all of them. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and have a nice rest of your day.